All right. Good morning, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? All right. Excellent. Excellent. We got 747 people in here and counting. All right. So where is everybody from? Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me just fine. Okay. We're just getting started here. Just getting started. There we go. There's everybody. Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, for those of you guys who are from the elite community, thumbs up for you guys. Letting you guys know that, sorry, we couldn't do our session for the US session today, but we are here together in this webinar and we can discuss some stuff over here. Because today is a very important day to discuss things about money management. And why is it so important? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Houston, LA, Virginia, India, one floor below me, South Africa, Nigeria, Dallas, Singapore, Trinidad and Tobago, Serbia, Tanzania, Chennai, Alberta, Canada, South Africa, Bangladesh. Good. Welcome. We got people from all around the world. It is going to be a packed room today, as always. We're right now at 775 and counting. We got some people from China, Vietnam, Singapore, Ghana, Germany, Hong Kong. Great. Get in. So let's get started here. A couple things about the webinar today. Today, we're going to make two major announcements. Announcement number one. Okay. Announcement number one. There's a purpose of this whole webinar. Want to let you guys know two things. Okay. So the first important thing is the Black Friday promotions have officially started today. So if you go on to urbanforex.com, you will see our Black Friday promotions happening in our store all the way leading up until next Monday. So you will be able to pick up any of the courses that you already have, that you don't have, or that you want to pick up for very big discounted rates. So the Black Friday promotion is on. The second thing, now, many of you guys have emailed me for this tons and tons of time. It has been a year in production, and I'm happy to announce today that, is there audio? Yeah, okay, I think it's okay. So I'm happy to announce that on December 3rd, the money management course is going to be releasing, and you guys will be able to pick it up. Okay, so we're going to touch base about it today. We're going to talk about some of the snippets from the money management course, some tips and tricks on how you can be better using money management, and why is it so important? What's the big deal about money management? Why am I getting hundreds of emails asking, please do a webinar on money management? What is the big deal about money management? Let's get into that today. Okay, so let's discuss all of these things. Those of you who have some video issues probably want to restart, and let's get into that. So now let me ask you guys a certain question. Now, before I do that, I just want to get an idea of who is in here. Let me just quickly have a look. Okay, so is this your first time here? If I can just get to know that. Is this your first time here? Okay. Okay, 94%, 93% of you guys have been here before. Okay, great. Okay, no webinars on the planet almost have this many high regular attendance rates, okay? Especially at a number at 800 and something attendees coming in, probably over 1,000 plus by the time we're done with this. So it makes me very happy to know that, and just let me get rid of this poll so you guys can see fine, okay? And finally, one more question. Let me just check my internet. I think everything should be fine. Okay, one more thing I want to check out on what is your highest level of education? What is your highest level of education? Okay, so a lot of you guys have done the Mastering Price section. Some of you guys have done the 4-course bundle. 17% of you guys here are from the elite community. Welcome. So those of you guys who were not in, so those of you guys who were normally attending my conferences at this time of the day in the elite community, you guys are here now. So great. Glad to have you guys here. Okay. Great. So some of you guys who have issues with the videos pausing and stuff, you might have to refresh. This is a busy time of the day for all softwares around the world. So there will be some discrepancies here. Okay. Now, for money management, the thing you want to understand is, why is money management so important? What's the big deal about money management? Okay. What's the big deal about money management? So I'm gonna show you guys a few things today, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips and tricks on how you can work on your money management. But let's solve the first issue. Why is money management so important? I'm gonna ask all of you guys one simple question. Are you guys here to trade, or are you guys here to make a living? Think about that question very carefully. Because many people come because of option number 2 to make a living, but then they end up doing option number 1. Okay, again, let me repeat. How many guys of you here are here to trade versus how many of you guys are here to make a living? Okay, everyone who enters, most people who enter the Forex market is because of this reason, to make a living, but then they end up just trying to trade, and they forget the bottom line of, why am I even doing this? Why am I even sitting there in front of my screen day in and day out if I cannot produce sufficient revenue for me to pay my bills? How many of you guys feel me right now? How many of you guys understand that? Okay? Because I went through the same problem personally for the longest time. Okay, when I started, I didn't have micro lots, right? I didn't have micro lots. This is when I was in college, when I didn't have all this white hair, right? This is earlier when I was in college, getting out of high school, going into college. And I was using basically mini lots at that time. Okay, brokers didn't have micro lots at that time. The lowest I could have traded was a mini lot. Okay, so that means approximately each pip would give me $1, more or less, depending on the currency pair. But here's the thing. Sometimes I would trade the 4-hour charts. Sometimes I would trade the 15-minute charts. Sometimes I would have a stop loss that's 20 pips wide. Sometimes I would have a stop loss that's 50 or 100 pips wide. So my trading was all around the place, but then my money management was always one mini lot. One mini lot. How many of you guys feel you guys have this problem that there is no science behind money management? I know everyone wants to do it, but want is not enough. Just plain desire is not enough. You need to step up your game and understand money management. Do you guys agree? Yes or no? Okay. So when I started with that one mini lot, after struggling to find how to trade, and I got through that process of, okay, how do I freaking trade? That's the bottom line. How do I just trade? Someone just please show me how to trade. Okay. Once I got past that hurdle just a little bit, I was making approximately $10,000 to $15,000, all the way up to $20,000 if it was a good year for me. Okay. 20,000 US dollars at that time. And I thought I was the king of the world. Okay, I was the king of the world. But at that time, I left my job at the bank for a $50,000 salary plus benefits to come do this. Obviously, I couldn't sustain my lifestyle in the US anymore, so I had to move to India. I never lived in India, but I moved to India because, well, lifestyle is cheaper in India, so I'm just going to go live over there. The problem is, if you're not trying to make a living sufficiently, you get trapped into the cycle of trading, and you get away from your dream of freedom and lifestyle, and you end up with, I'm here and I need to look at what Euro USD is doing today. I need to look at what Pound USD is doing today. I need to look at what USD Swiss franc is doing today. And you get so caught up into it that you lose focus of why you got into it in the first place. And that happened to me for years on end, until I had some mentors shaking me, and saying, why are you even doing this? Do you even know? Okay, so First was obviously I had to get an idea to be pointed into the right direction to trade. The whole urban Forex is built around that, to point you in the right direction, to make sure you can actually trade sufficiently and make a profit. But then the second thing is, if you are able to do some trades, but then you're noticing, I'm taking a trade, I make a profit, and then I close the profit quickly. But then when I take a trade and it's going into a loss, I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm just going to close it now. My profits are like this. My losses are like this. And even though I knew how to trade, this used to eat me. Profits are small, losses are big. And I was sitting there always scratching my head like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? This was the biggest problem for me that didn't make any sense to me. And I was like, what's the point of doing all this if I'm not going to make any serious money out of this? Okay. I looked around the internet everywhere, and every mentor that I saw who was supposedly good, I always saw him trading 1 mini lot, 2 mini lots, 3 mini lots. I never saw someone saying, I trade 50 standard lots right there in front of your eyes. I never saw anyone doing that. So that always gave me this problem. It's like, okay, I get this guy knows how to trade, but yet it's another guy who just knows how to trade but doesn't know how to make it. Two separate things. Okay, I didn't join the industry to simply just trade. I joined the industry to trade and to make it. You guys understand me? You guys feel what I'm saying here? Does that make sense? Yeah? I can see there's still some issues with the audio and video. Let me just, while you guys are answering, I'm just going to turn off my camera and turn it back on, okay? Here we go. Okay. The audio, the video is back on, and everything should be fine. So I can see a lot of you guys are saying yes. A lot of you guys are saying yes to this. Now, over the years as a teacher, right? Now, there's a reason why this course has taken a whole year to develop. Okay, many of you guys who attended my event in Thailand a year ago knew that I was preparing to release the money management course, and yet till now I'm adding the fine tuning to it to release on December 3rd. There has been a year worth of waiting for this, okay? And we get emails almost once a day to 10 times a week asking, when is it gonna be released? Come on, man, when is it gonna be released? But the thing is, like everything else we do, from the Mastering Price Action to the 4-course bundle, to anything in the elite, I don't want to just blab out information. It needs to be accurate, it needs to be systematic, and it needs to be broken down. Because money management, there's a lot of things in there where it can feel mathematical. And I don't like that. I don't like that, the fact that if I present to you something and I give you a formula and I'm like, just follow this formula and you will be fine, pupil. You don't want to, you're going to get irritated from it, and you're going to put the book down, or you're going to put the course down and saying, I can't do this. I can't do this. It sounds too difficult. It sounds too complex, right? Because I used to be that student in university. The moment I'm understanding things, good, you got my curiosity. The moment things go outside of my understanding, my curiosity has gone out the window, and my motivation to do it. You see, so that's a very big problem. And money management has something similar to that. So I made the course in such a way where the tone and the language is in such a way that I'm going to keep your interest from the moment you begin the course until the last minute of the course, okay? And I made sure you're perfectly in tune. You can learn week after week and actually apply things instantly. Yeah, does that make sense? So, shall we do some examples? Okay, let's do some examples here. Okay? All right, so let me share my screen sharing here. Give me a second, and there we go. Okay. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah, you guys see my Little screen in front of me. Okay, I'm going to draw a circle. Let me know when you can see the circle. Okay, I'm going to make it thicker maybe. How do I make this thicker? I'm just going to use a thicker marker. Okay. Yeah, you guys see the circle? Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let's begin here. Okay. Okay, let's begin here. I'm going to give you guys a scenario. I want you to watch very, very carefully. Okay, I want you to watch very, very carefully. Okay, here we go. The market's coming down, pulls back, coming down, pulls back a little bit, comes down a little bit more, pulls back deeper, comes back a little bit more, goes up again, comes back a little bit. How many guys would say you would like to buy? I'll change the color in case it's not a good color. I'll make it darker. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Is that better color? Should be much cleaner to see. Okay, so let's say this is the market like this. It's an uptrending market and you're a trend pullback trader. Okay? Now watch very carefully in the comment section what's happening. Okay, now and listen carefully what I'm about to tell you guys. Those of you who are saying yes, you come from an aggressive background in a personality. Okay? The reason why you're coming aggressive like that is because you have an idea of what I'm about to say next and you are jumping the gun. Okay? You are jumping the gun. There's nothing wrong with saying yes, and because you have an aggressive nature, there is a different technique for you guys. And some of you guys who are saying no or wait is because you also have an idea of, I've seen Navin do these webinars before, and he might spike it down and then it might go up later. So I'm going to wait. Okay? These are more of the conservative natures. Okay? You need to know this information. You need to know this information to know, are you conservative or are you aggressive? Okay? This will help you identify what kind of money management do you need. Okay? Or do you guys all just go into a clothing store and all say, you know what, I will take size 30 because everyone wears size 30, so size 30 should fit me also. One size does not fit all. You need to know your personality because your personality is going to show how you take a trade. Okay? So in the course, I walk you through this, but right now you have an example right now of what type of personality you are to have an understanding of what kind of money management do you need to apply. Does that make sense? Yeah, how many of you guys start to understand what I'm trying to say here? How many of you guys are having an aha moment like, oh, okay, it's the same trade. It's the same trade, but two different personalities cannot trade the same trade in the same way. It's not possible. But if you understand your personality, you can actually make more money versus less money or a loss. Okay? I know that's the interesting word for you. What? More money? Tell me more, brown man. Did you say more money? Okay? So you need to first identify your personality type. Okay? You need to first identify that. Okay? So this is an example for that. Now, let's go into the next phase, which is very, 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 very important. Okay? I'm going to ask you guys a simple question here. Okay? I'm going to ask you guys a simple question here. Regarding money management, what do you know about money management? What do they tell you? If you take a trade, your trade must be what percentage of your account? What do you know about it? Let me hear your education. What do you know? How much of money management have you encountered or maybe studied? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Okay, I see a 2%. I see 1%, 2%, 1%, 2%, 1%, 1 to 2%. Okay, notice the average person is saying 1 to 2%. Okay, 1 to 2%. Some people are saying 2 to 5%. Okay, those who are going to 20%, you're in trouble. You should not be in my webinar. You're in trouble by Navin, okay? You got to be careful. So you see some people saying 1 to 2%, some people saying 5%, some going crazy saying I go all in. Okay, I want you to understand this thing. I'm going to do this, okay? It's going to be controversial what I'm about to say next because it goes against every single book out there, okay? Let me get my little eraser up there. Okay. And all right. Okay. You need to know your number. Do you know what your number is? Do you know what your number is? Okay. I'm not asking you the number of how you rate women or men, not that number. I'm asking you a number in terms of what number is your number for money management. Okay? So let me explain how this works. Okay? So if you have $1,000 account, okay? If you have $1,000 account, all right? And you say, I want to risk only 1%. 1%, that equals to $10, right? That equals to $10, right? Now, to many of you guys, when it comes to $10, you're going to be like, I don't really care about $10. I don't care if I lose that money. It doesn't bother me. To some people, $10 might be a lot of money. Okay? So when you're starting off, you can't just simply blindly say, I'm just going to do 1%. That is hogwash. That is nonsense. That is caca. Okay? Does that make sense? You cannot follow that rhythm because you don't feel it. You cannot relate to it. So how do you know your number? How do you know your number? Okay, I want you to think about your day. Okay? Think about your day. There we go. Think about your normal day. How do you go around spending? How do you go around spending? Okay, how do you go around spending? So let's say, you're out today, you spend, let's say $20 on food, $20 on food, you spend $10 on gas, that's $30, and you spend, you give $20 further to your children as pocket money for the day, or if you might be the child, depends, where you're coming from. So find that total number that you spend on a daily basis. Okay, cigarettes, yeah, that seems to be a common amount people spend. Okay, find that number and divide that by 3. Okay, find that number and divide it by 3. So if you're spending in a single day $50, okay, that's how much you're spending on a regular basis. That means that's a number you can mentally afford. That's the number you can relate to. Okay? Now, you want to divide that by 3 because you don't want to lose that entire amount in a single trade if the trade happens to be incorrect. Do you understand why I say divide that by 3? You want to give yourself the ability to have at least 3 trades worth of space per day. Does that make sense? How many of you guys are understanding what I'm saying here? Okay, so first thing you want to know is are you aggressive or conservative? Second thing you want to know is what is your number? Okay. If you don't know your number, you cannot relate to 1%, 2%, 10%, 50%, 100%. It means nothing. It is just a numerical term that's going to cause you confusion. You have to know what number is here that you use every day and you can relate to. Okay? Francisco, you're saying I used to use the martingale system. I used to use the martingale system when I first started. Horrible, horrible thing. Absolutely the worst. Okay? That is the worst thing to use in Forex because that basically tells you, if for those of you who do not know the martingale technique, it's like a casino style thing, right? It means when you lose, you double up and you go in again. And if you lose, you double that. And if you lose again, you double that until you have a winner and then you start from square one again. Okay? So that is extremely dangerous because in Forex, you cannot repeat the same thing in every trade. So you can't use the martingale system. It doesn't work because that variable is not constant of I'm doing the exact same thing in every trade. That's never constant. Okay? So be careful. Be careful with the martingale. Okay? Yes, there you go. It's a free ticket to account blown. Okay, so now some of you guys might be thinking, all right, so Navin, you talk about money management. I get it. I need to know my number. I understand I am maybe a conservative or I'm more on the aggressive side. I understand that part also, but I'm just starting off in Forex. Do I need money management? I mean, don't I need to know how to make money first to do money management? I want to ask you guys this question. So how many of you guys think, what is your opinion on money management? I need to know this. I need to see this for myself. Okay. Do you think money management is useful? Okay. Let's take a look. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to share this with you now. 0% is saying maybe. There's a few in there, but it's considered as 0%. But there are some people saying, yeah, maybe. 25% of you guys are saying, yes, it's important. And 73% of you are saying it's extremely critical. So if you're starting off as a trader, do you think it's critical? Absolutely. Absolutely. It is even more critical for you. I cannot emphasize how dangerous it is to trade without knowing your money management, to doing things well, without knowing your personality, to adjust with your money management to grow, especially if you're trying to do that second thing, which is trying to make a living, not trying to trade. Okay? If you have to repeat the mantra every morning when you wake up to remind yourself, I am not here to just trade, I'm here to make a living, then use that to remind yourself that you need to know about your numbers at all times. Okay? Okay, you need to know about this number. On the flip side of things, some of you guys might be aggressive and some of you guys might be conservative, but you're on this side of the spectrum thinking, Navin, I've taken all of your courses on Urban Forex. I'm pretty decent at picking out trades. I'm doing well. Let me ask you this. What's your lot size you're trading right now? Are you trading large lot sizes? If the answer is no, you have bad money management, period. Period. There is no excuse around it. If you're good at what you do, you should be able to scale it 10x, 100x, 1000x. Period. Period. If you're not good at what you do, you're going to be stuck at a lower number. So if you cannot answer a yes to that question, money management needs to be ingrained into your mind so you can learn how to scale when the moment is good. Okay, when the moment is good. A lot of you guys have been trained on what is a good trade. Okay, what is a good trade? How many of you guys here actually have gone through all the courses here and done everything like MPA, 4CB, or in the elite and stuff like that? Okay. Okay, so the two sides of things, right? Okay, there seems to be quite a bit of you guys saying yes, you've gone through all of it. Okay, so without even me asking you guys one by one, I almost confidently can say more than 90% of you guys are already profitable. But that's just not enough for me. I don't like profitable because then you're just a starting trader. I need you to thrive, which means you need to learn how to scale, how to grow, how to have a plan, and make that plan work together with your trading so each month is growing and growing and growing. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No two trades are the same. So I'm going to explain to you what I used to do. And it was horrible. It was horrible. And I'm going to share it with you guys. Now, I know some of you guys might laugh. That's okay. But I'm going to explain to you how my brain used to work back in the day. Okay. Is this thick enough? No, that's not thick enough at all. Okay. This is fine. Okay. There we go. Starting another page here, and I'm gonna talk about what differences can you make using money management, okay? And how it affected me. For the longest time, it affected me. So I told you about how I was doing anywhere between $15,000 to $20,000 in my early stages. And I was living in India at that time. Of like, India's not so expensive, $15,000, $20,000. I'm okay. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not rich, but I wasn't poor either. I was doing okay. So I never looked into it until my variations were always coming in, and I would make some money, reach up to 40, 50, and then drop down again. Make some money, reach up to 40, 50, drop down again. So what is going on here? Why can I not control this? I used to think it's my trading. I must not know how I'm trading correctly. Maybe I'm entering incorrectly. I'm entering too early. I'm entering too late. The thing is, I never harnessed the power of my personality first. Okay? I kept thinking my strategy needs to be tweaked and adjusted without saying I can't adjust who I am so much. So I need to learn, based on my personality, how can this trade work better? When I flipped that switch, that's when things started to change for me. Okay, that's when things started to change for me. I started making plans, started making notebooks and stuff and saying, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Here's at what point. I started making diagrams. At what point am I going to enter? At what point I'm going to add size? At what point I'm going to scale out? And at what point I'm going to add size again? All of these things, I'm going to share these diagrams with you guys along with PDFs and everything's inside the course. You're going to see it. You're going to love this course. You're going to love this course. There's so much useful things that you can use off the bat week after week. So you guys are going to love it. Okay? So in this whole process, I was going through this and I had this one thing that used to always irritate me. Okay? It still irritates me every now and then sometimes when I see people do this. So here's a trade. Here's the entry. Okay, right here. That's my entry price right there. Okay, now price is going up. Bum, 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 bum. Very nice. I am happy because the trade is going my way and the trade does, let's say, $1,000 in profit. Just as a rough example, okay? The trade is up $1,000. And then it starts to come down like this. Now it's at, let's say, 900. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. Now it comes down like that. And it's at 700. Okay. Then it jumps up a little bit. I'm like, yes, it's going up finally. Thank God. Jumps down again, 500. At this stage, I am unable to close the trade. There's something in my mind that has a blockage, and this now I go away from analysis and I come into some negotiation with myself. Okay, you know what? Give me 700 and I will close the trade. Give me 700 and I will close the trade. 700 doesn't come. It goes down a little bit more, 450. Okay, give me 600, I will close it. Give me 600, I will close it. No analysis, pure negotiation with my mind and myself. Okay? And then at that point, this is where the true test comes in. It jumps up to 750. And I'm thinking, whoa, it's gone to 750. Looks like it's going to go more. So I don't close it. I hold on. And that is the basis of everything that was always causing me pain. So I go from making money to not even taking some money to losing money. I go from a profitable trade, which I'm good at, and because of poor money management and organization skills, I end up making larger loss and less profits. Okay? How many of you guys feel me right now? I can see many of you guys are saying, yeah, same problem for me. I can relate to this. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And when you really sit down and meditate and think about it, you're like, what? Who am I negotiating with? Who's listening to me? Like, who am I negotiating with? My MT4? My iPhone? Like, who's going to answer me and saying, you know what? Okay, I'll allow you to go to 700. No problem. You're just negotiating with yourself. It's absolutely no reason to do that, right? So it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah, I can see some of you guys saying, yeah, cryptos at the moment. Yeah, it's a lot common. Now, why do you guys think this happens? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys take a guess? Why does this happen? Okay, why does this happen? Francisco, you're saying 1R is the best. Bharat, you're saying mind freak, Navin. It's not mind freak. I went through the same thing. This is my Navin problem that I used to have. It's horrible. Okay, some of you guys are saying greed, emotion, no definition, behavior trade, ego. Okay, so a lot of you guys are labeling this as some kind of emotional problem. Some of you guys have it on point. This stuff actually goes away if there is a plan. It actually goes away if there is a plan. If you're actually trading with an idea in your mind. Okay? With an idea and preparation, you will know on what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to enter. Remember that trade I showed you guys earlier? So let me show you. Okay, I asked you guys at that moment, how many of you guys would buy that? And a lot of you guys said yes, and some of you guys said no. And those who I told you are aggressive, the thing is, for aggressive traders, you need to enter this like this. That's your stop loss. But the problem with the aggressive traders, sorry if it's on the poll thing is still there. Let me get it removed for you guys. Sorry about that. There we go. Yeah, all good? Okay. So that's where you need to put your stop loss. But the thing is, with aggressive traders, they enter early and they put their stop losses here, thinking, I got the best price, I got the lowest stop loss, the tightest stop loss imaginable, and now the sky is the limit because I'm going to make X amount of pips versus my risk, which is very low amount of pips. And that makes a risk to reward very good, right? It makes your risk to reward very good. So an aggressive trader, instead of understanding his true potential on how he needs to trade, he's actually trading the opposite. He's actually trading the opposite. This is causing the main problem. Okay, how many of you guys feel me right there? That alone right there is going to fix half of your problems, just knowing this piece of information. Okay, if you take one thing away from this webinar, you understand your personality type, that little fix right there is going to cause you to have 80% less losses if you're an aggressive trader and you have a strategic way how you trade on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so you can see that this is for both sides of the spectrum. Whether you're new into trading, this will help you to avoid blowing up accounts. In fact, it's better for you guys if you are new because you're able to start off correctly on how to trade. You're able to manage your trade well. You're able to implement the right tools that you need to do to make money. Okay? Now, it's like this. Okay? You guys see this glass? Someone invented this glass. Someone invented this glass. Is it sufficient to just invent the glass, or is it sufficient to know the whole business around it on how to sell the glass correctly? Are you here to make the best glass in the world, or are you here to make a living from the glass? That is the bottom line I'm trying to ask you here today. Are you here to just take the most beautiful trade you can, or are you here to actually make some serious money? They're two different things. They're two different things. And when you actually understand you're here to make a living, you're here to get that lifestyle, you're here to actually raise the level of bar in the way you're trading, you will understand your way, the way you trade actually gets modified. It gets modified. You start making decisions that are not negotiating anymore. Like I was telling you, the problem I had that, oh, you know what? Just give me $600. It's okay. Okay, now it's 600. Oh, maybe it's going up. Give me 700. It's okay. Give me 700. It's irritating. You need to have a strict plan in place, idea plus preparation. There is a whole chapter on this in the course where I drill down into your brain and I make sure you rewire the brain to make sure you are solid and these issues don't come up ever, ever. Okay? Because it comes with education. It doesn't come with trying to control your emotion because you cannot control your emotion. It's part of your personality. Okay? If you want to control your emotion, you have to change your food, your lifestyle, your friends. It takes a lot more work. Instead, embrace who you are. Don't be afraid of it, but learn to use it to your benefit. Learn to use it to your benefit. How many of you guys agree? Yeah? So, having that said, I'm going to ask you guys a simple question here. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys a simple question here. Okay, if you think money management is powerful and it's going to take you to your next level, okay, if I was to give you three options, okay, there we go. Sorry. There we go. Here we go. If I were to give you three options, and I told you, I'm going to make you a pro in money management, how much is this worth to you? Okay, you might be trading really well right now. Okay, again, as an Urban Forex student, eyes closed, blindly, I can pick one student who's an Urban Forex student and I can say, you're profitable, I bet you are. Because we've developed the courses in such a way that you are profitable, okay? And if I were to ask you, from these three prices, how much is this going to be worth it to you? Okay? If this is going to be your breakthrough that changes the way from going from one mini lot or few micro lots to be able to scale up to 10, 20, 50, 60, 100 standard lots, what is that worth to you? What is that information worth to you? Okay? Okay, so I do see a lot of you guys mentioning here, some going above 3,000, some going 3,000, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000 or more. Okay, so having that said, we sat in the meeting room when we finished the course. It's taken a whole year to develop this course. And on top of that, I have some fine tuning left in the courses to make sure all the PDFs and everything are ready so you guys can have an absolute nice takeaway from the course. So you can fill out information, print out charts, put it on your screen or on your walls next to your screen so you always know on what steps to take when it comes to money. Trading is one side, but when it comes to money, you know what things to take, what you can do. So we come to a conclusion and we've priced the course at, we've priced the course at $1,299. However, since the course is not finished yet, and the course is releasing on December 3rd as a early bird special, I'm willing to give away the course for $497. Okay, I'm willing to give away the course for $497. But today I am launching the course as a pre-sale. You can pick it up today and take it in, and it will release for you on December 3rd. Again, it took a whole year to make this course, but this week we have our Black Friday promotions. Okay, this week we have our Black Friday promotions. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take down the price even further, and I'm gonna make it less than $300 at $297. Okay, it's gonna be less than $300. You will be able to pick it up today. You can reserve it for yourself, and on December 3rd, you will be able to pick it up right now. You can pick it up today, and if I can have someone from the team, please post this up, please, so you got the people can pick it up. Okay, this is a very powerful course, and we do decide that next year the course is going to be priced at $12.99, and as the early bird special, we kept it at $497. But then it is the Black Friday week where the promotions are being done, and since today is the first day of our Black Friday promotions, I am now launching it for you guys. So if we can please have that offer up for you guys, I think there is. It is up there for you guys. So a whole year in planning, and the course is now finally out. This is my best course yet. Okay, this is my best course yet. I always like to raise the bar a little bit further. And at this point, what I'm trying to do is I don't want you to just become a trader who can breathe above the water. Let's make sure the water is well below you, okay, and you're sufficient, okay? When we talk about lifestyle, we talk about growing, we talk about making money. There's two sides. Are you trying to be a trader and just trade, or are you trying to make money from this? They're two different things. You need to start from this side and make sure your trading side gets adapted based on your main goal. You can't forget that. Does that make sense? Okay. I can see many of you guys have picked this up. This was a special promotion for only 50 people. Actually, do we have some left? Okay, we still have 20 seats left. Okay, there is 20 seats left. So again, you guys can pick this up. There is 20 more seats left in the course that you can pick it up at this low price. And I will be looking forward to seeing many of you guys in the course. And I'm extremely happy for those of you who have picked it up, and those of you who unfortunately cannot pick it up. Learn and manage everything I talked about in this webinar very, very carefully. And the main thing was this piece right here. You can just do that part. If you take away something today and you have to do something, please take away that part and watch your trade improve 10x. Just that little one piece, 10x. Okay? Conservative traders, you're the opposite. So conservative traders, let me show you something. Okay, let me show you something. As a conservative trader, okay, let's say you're thinking about this. So an aggressive trader is thinking, oh, that's the buy right now, because I know Navin was saying Navin would not do this for a sell anymore. It's just going to be a buy, okay? Because I've seen him do this graph before. An aggressive trader's mind goes into, I know. A conservative trader's mind goes into, I'm not sure yet, because I've seen Navin do something else in the past before. So an conservative trader, when this happens, their conditions are now met. They're happy with the conditions, and they're like, oh, that's it. That's what I like to see. I want to buy it. But when they buy it, they put their stops here. Now, a conservative trader should be doing the opposite thing. He waited long enough. His stops need to be tighter, not weaker. Do you see how the roles are reversed based on conservative and aggressive? Okay, does that make sense? Because if you put a stop lower for these guys and you get a price that's a little bit higher, by the time it goes up to reach your take profits, you're dealing with this is your profit and this is your stop loss. Look at that risk to reward. It's so dangerous. It's so dangerous. So you really have to understand, once you identify your type of personality, there is a whole money management technique, system, and formulas. I'm not going to teach you guys how to do formulas because that's going to get too complex. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do, so that way there is no guesswork from the course. There's absolutely no guesswork. You know exactly what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, and where and when it needs to be applied. Okay? So there's techniques about how do you scale in. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more advanced. So there's going to be a whole advanced section in there about scaling in. And this is not something I would recommend the beginners to do. I have labeled it as advanced, so you will see that in the course when it's released on December 3rd. The advanced stuff, you can come back to it whenever you're ready because the course is there for you for a lifetime. Don't forget, because this is a money management course, it also comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee as well, okay? Otherwise, it wouldn't be a money management course. It's all about risk control. So there is your risk control there as well. You have your 30-day money-back guarantee. Just in case you don't feel the course is right for you, no harm, no hard feelings. Just email me and we'll happy to refund you on that. But I'm sure you're absolutely going to love this course. It's going to be beneficial, and you do want to revisit it month after month, year after year, to come back and take points, what you might have missed or you're not scaling in correctly. Okay, so there's an advanced section in there as well that talks about scaling in. Okay, so the scaling in part is, if you can spot your trade that you're doing, and I'm going to give you some examples of different scenarios. I'm going to show you how you can scale in, where you can make that trade, that same trade, highly profitable, while at the same time keeping the same risk, if not lower. Okay? Now that's like challenging mathematics. I'm saying increase your profits while keeping the same risk, if not lower. Okay? You've probably heard me talk about something like this in some of the webinars in the past. I'm going to go into elaborate details in this course on how I do it personally. I'm going to show you guys some examples, where you would enter, where you would get out. Same thing for exiting. Okay, where you need to put your stop losses, how much you need to put your stop losses, how do you calculate how much your stop loss should be versus your dollar amount. Everything is taught to you from the beginning till the end. When you finish this course and you graduate, you can say, I know how to do money management at a professional level. Okay, prop traders go through money management one more time once they join a prop firm, because the prop firms are like, no, you know how to trade. You don't know how to make money. Let us teach you how to make money. Okay, that's what the prop firm does. It just like, okay, I know you know how to trade. Unfortunately, you don't know how to make money. Let's show you. Okay, so that's the main thing. That's the main thing. Okay, so I hope this course was very, very useful for you guys here today. I'm very excited about this course release. Again, it is releasing on December 3rd. For those of you who have picked it up, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you in the course and seeing your progress week after week. And those who did not get the course or feel you want to take some time, that's okay. Don't forget that on this chart, everything I've shown you today, you want to be able to implement this ASAP, as soon as possible, as soon as possible. All right, guys, I will see you guys in 2 weeks' time for our next webinar. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye for now.